Hey folks, Keric here and welcome back to more Blood Omen. Yes, in the last episode we got the Soul Reaver. Isn't it wonderful? Death, disembodiment and mayhem all around. As I quickly said at the end of the last episode, the sword is kind of fantastic, but it does use up a hell of a lot of energy. Your mana bar will steadily drop down every time you hit something with it, which is okay to a degree in a boss battle or something like that. Bearing in mind you'll probably want to have reflect up, because it's very rare for a boss not to have some kind of projectile. So for the mainstay of the game, I'm afraid you're still stuck with the flame sword. It's pretty much the best you're gonna get. And carry on we shall. Time to pick up our second item. But you can finally see the damn thing's head. There's the dog. From above it just looks like somebody kind of sticking their arms out and breathing fire. So we're going to start making our way down into the cathedral. Piss off. Into the hell section, pretty much. I think we're going to have to make use of a couple of these. Hell of a low. Considering we got about, what, 10 or 11 in that Hashigek section. Will probably be okay. I do have a full mana bar actually. I might be better using this for a few of the demons. You little bastard. And yeah, it makes that noise every single time you swing it. Does get a bit annoying after a while, in all fairness. But hey, it's pretty. For anybody that's played the later games, you'll know the huge importance the sword has. Obviously missed the switch somewhere. Yeah. Off to the left. Christ. Can't believe it took me so long to friggin' see that. Right, finally. Into the underworld section. Hell section, whatever the hell you want to call it. We get some funky new armour here. And there's also a plot related area, which I'll go into more whenever we actually get there. Go on, piss off, you green-blooded bugger, you're no use to me. Can't drink, you don't want you. Shit. Straight in the face. You fire-breathing little retard. Come here and let me kill you. There's so much glow around those projectiles that it's actually friggin' hard to see them sometimes. Mind you, I might just be going blind or something ridiculous. As you can tell, I'm already pretty low on mana. Such a shame that it uses up so much because it is a bloody lovely sword. Alright. Christ, I haven't even got enough for a reflect spell. I definitely need to go back to the flame sword. And no, I think you can actually ignore my comment in the last video about not being able to cast spells. It looks like the UI's just screwed up a little bit. Unfortunately, I had no choice but to run this in an emulator. I have the discs and stuff, but my video capture card only does above 420p, and this was 280p, if you can imagine that. Way back. So because it doesn't pass a full signal, it won't record. Which is fun. Anyway, continue on, we shall. Take down the hordes of the undead. Like the heavenly area above us, this really, there isn't a huge amount to it. Because it's only a subsection of a dungeon, thankfully, they haven't put a massive amount of, I don't want to say effort because there is effort here, but they haven't put a massive amount of content in, I suppose is a better word. Why are you bouncing them the wrong way? Kill some stuff! Oh, it's not reaching far enough, is it? There we go, one dead dog. I'll help you. Yep, take down these little bastards. Don't you be spitting fire at me. There we go. And another free meal. I think there was, yep, there we go. At least I know what I'm looking for this time. Alright, and through the freshly opened door into the next section. You're weak as hell. Don't even stand in my way. This whole section tends to pretty much be one corridor, basically. Oh, new enemy. These guys summon up a whole load of those little grey, grunty things. Don't know how else to describe them. Get a whole army of those shadow demons or the little grey demons. Perfectly fine if you kill them quickly, but if you spend too much time messing around, you can end up with quite a few enemies on screen. So it's worth running in and going straight for the jugular, as it were. But thankfully the flame sword does a hell of a lot of damage to them, so we don't have too much to worry about. Should be coming fairly close to the end now, I think. Thankfully, after you've done the whole underground, underworld, hell section, there isn't too much of the cathedral left to do. And another heart, which we will gladly have. No, these are fun. Dropping those little guys. Dropping those caster guys makes it a hell of a lot harder. Certainly not so much fun. Thankfully Reflect pretty much takes care of them for you. Certainly not as big a bother as they should be. As you can see, some of the purple guys teleport as well. You really want to keep on top of that. You can end up with a hell of a lot of really annoying enemies piled up in one area, firing off bolts of energy at you. We must be near the end. So yeah, I think next level down should be us. Why aren't you dead? I hit you loads of times. Oh! You're one of the lightning bolt guys. I thought you were just one of the basic grunts. I just feck off and die. Alright, final switch. Across the bridge. Oh Christ, there's so many of them. Get sick looking at the little fuckers. Is his own magic going to do much against him? Nice, and the reflect works on them as well, to be fair. Probably one of the most OP spells in the entire game. Certainly takes the risk out of a hell of a lot of boss fights. Even though, like a prat, I don't use it often enough. Alright. That beneath us is pretty much where we want to go, so we're very close. Thankfully we don't have to go back through this area on the way back. These guys are so strong. See what's takes so much bloody damage. Trying to actually time the sword sweep so that I'm not constantly inundating you with Kain screaming "Vae Victis." It's a bit better. It is nice to hear him say it, but every fourth sword sweep, possibly a little bit of overkill. Oh god. Spirit death, I'm not even gonna bother with you. Really cannot be jarred. No more enemies? Really? Oh god. No. I'm not even gonna fight you. Thankfully a mana top up as well, considering the amount we've been using. Ah, piss off you big red. And onto the lava it is. So this is the area I wanted to kind of point out. This is where Malik had his soul ripped from his body, basically, and stuck into the armour.
This armour was spawned in the most impure of spirit forges, tempered from the seething agony of tortured souls. The metal exists only partially in the human realm, causing it to fade between tangible and ethereal states.
And we also get some new armour. There we go. It's more like it. it kind of phases in and out of reality, so Kain does as well. It also allows us to basically use our mana bar as a health bar, in that it'll burn through mana first of all before moving on to anything else. Nice stained glass window there.
Above me stood a memory, etched in stained glass.
But between the Soul Reaver and the Wraith Armour, you can burn through a shitload of energy in a very, very short time, so do be careful of them.
Ah, what's this? I had not even realized the blade and the raiment were here. You wear those trinkets well, Kain, but I do believe that they would look better on me.
The matriarch of Avernus, the Lady Azimuth. Her magical planing skills summon demons through runes inscribed in human blood.
Come to me, my children. We shall ravage Nalgoth together. So, little man, have they sent you to stop me?
Yes, they have. You're going to see a prime example of why you probably shouldn't use Soul Reaver and the armour at the same time.
Children shall
Watch how quickly my health bar drops.
My demons, let us sup on
Not health bar, mana bar, sorry. There you go, completely done. I'm now taking damage. Not much I can do about it. Sword does next to nothing. And down I go.
The Heart of Darkness.
Unfortunately, in fights like this, you really just need to keep your mana so that you can cast spells like Reflect. As nice as Soul Reaver is, that kind of hunger it has for your mana just makes it almost unusable. Alright, quick drink, let's get out of the way. I have to take care of these projectiles. There we go. At least we're kind of safe from them now. Of course, Azimuth teleports around like a right cow. Summoning demons as you go. No really easy way to get to, unfortunately. Just a case of wandering around and slapping her as and when you can. The problem with using energy batteries all the time is A, you've got to switch. And B, once they run out, you've got no mana. Just trying to build up a little bit now so I can cast that spell again. Get rid of a few of these projectiles. Yeah, I'm not going to claim any kind of finesse in this battle at all. This is about as rough and ready as they come, I'm afraid. Christ, with all this mana regen boost we've got, you'd think it would be a bit bloody faster. I'm going to have to give in and just use a few of these. least we got a couple of hits in on it. I think realistically it's just a case of following her around a little bit. Trying to hit her as and when you can. Considering the amount of teleporting she does, that's no easy task at all. Try and take care of these two while we're here. Would be nice to be able to just stand around and hit her with a few of her own projectiles, but I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Quick refresh on reflect, and our mana's gone. Mind you, using the energy bank, I probably could have kept Reaver up. But hey, much more fun this way, wouldn't you say? Nothing like a long drawn out boss fight. There we go.
For all her magic, the Lady Azimuth was little trouble. Once her demonic thralls had been dispatched, she fell quickly to my blade.
I don't know about little trouble, Kain.
Azimuth's third eye, a gift from the Pillar of Dimensions, allowed the planar sight into other realms. The pillar reclaims its own.
I think she gave us a vague amount of trouble. That was a time streaming device, one of Mobius's toys. Rather huge plot item for later in the game, but I'll let you discover that in time. In time, see what I did there. Continue outside, and back to the pillars we go. I'm not going to watch through this, we'll skip it as soon as we possibly can. There we go.
Before the Dimension Pillar, I lay the Eye of Azimuth. The pillar accepted its offering. Thus, it was restored.
Well done. You have found Mobius's toy. Azimuth, not content with summoning demonic thrall, stole the time-streaming device in order to gather creatures from other ages as well. Take care of the device, Kain. It will deliver you in time. The legions of the Nemesis are on the march from the north, crushing all in their path. 'Twas not too long ago that the Nemesis was known as William the Just, a caring and gentle benefactor of the land. But as his army grew in strength, and he himself grew in power, the veil of tyranny fell, and one kingdom was not enough. So many cities, so many dead. Willendorf will be sure to follow. The Nemesis must be stopped, or all shall be lost.
How can one stop an army?
You must rally the forces of Willendorf. They are the last hope of Nosgoth.
Not asking for much then, are you? Yeah, this whole Nemesis plotline pretty much introduces the whole idea of time travel and things going wrong. I won't say a huge amount, but it's quite a big plot theme the whole way through the entire series, so it's worth paying attention to. For now, we'll make our way back and continue on with our journey.
The Spectre of Ariel led me to Willendorf. If I was to defeat the next member of the Circle, I needed to understand his machinations. With this vague advice in mind, I set forth on the road to Willendorf.
I think we better pick up a weapon that actually allows us to get some blood.
Spiked mace.
I have a feeling there will be quite a few kind of human enemies around here, so we may as well make most of it. That looks a little bit suspect. You got anything hidden away for me? Really? No? Nothing. Oh, hang on. Oh, bollocks. I thought I was being clever and there was a little secret exit there. That's no good. What's the point of having that area? Anyway. Swallow down the disappointment and carry on. Yeah, loads of human enemies. Considering the amount of blood we lost in the last section, I'll not complain about that at all. Got a nice full blood bar as well. Starting to reach up towards the top, so we've picked up quite a few upgrades compared to where it was. Always nice to see these things increase as you play. So to Willendorf it is. Stupid bloody things. So pointless. Takes so long for them to display that they actually disappear by the time you've friggin' gone over them. They're basically... Oh. Jesus, for a second there I thought I'd pick the bloody bat. At least that's an easy way to get rid of the scarecrows. A couple of those lightning bolts aren't going to cause us too much trouble in terms of mana. So Willendorf pretty much through this way. So we can't go yet, we're not strong enough. Fucking wolf. I think it must take up more space in terms of the sprite than the sprite of Kain does. It just seems to be an absolute bugger. Get hit a hell of a lot easier as a wolf. Also have to remember I don't have the flesh armour on, so I'm going to have to be very careful about some draining stuff. I'm not getting an automatic top up with each kill. Doesn't seem to be too much of a problem around here though. Lots of nice gypsy blood. Hey, stop it you. Thank you. Right, those big stones are pretty much the third tier of strength in the game, which we don't have. Considering it's blocking the way off to Willendorf where we want to go, you can be pretty sure there's going to be another upgrade coming very soon. Thank you. Took you long enough once I was off the edge of the screen. Lots of signs for Avernus and Willendorf. Oh, that's a guard. It's one of Otmar's army. Proper guards. Be slightly wary of those guys.
Strange, isn't it, Kain? That one cannot quite accept that which sustains him. You in your death, and me in mine. But death cannot reign in a world without life. And soon you will find the quest ahead of you is yours and yours alone. I can assist you no longer.
Willendorf, proud...
Sorry, I cocked that up.
Willendorf, proud defender of the realm with its warrior elite and mighty ruler, King Otmar. The Lion Throne had once held my allegiance, but Willendorf's days of glory had passed. was the last bastion against an unruly future.
And Mortini is pretty much advising us that he can't help anymore. That's also a fairly good point to end up the video. A few things to do, and I don't want to jump into them just yet considering how long this video has gone on for, so I think we'll call it there. I've been Keric the Pally, this has been Blood Omen. You have a good evening now.